Right, how are we doing everybody? Welcome to Russell Heritage Golf. Today is Anne and my wife's lesson number 6-ish in total.
Yeah.
Yesterday we kind of talked about how the hips should move in the golf swing. To be fair to you, you've been doing a bit of rehearsals, haven't you? Checking whether it's right or wrong.
I've been going around the house all
have?
night going,
So what we kind of did is that we neutralised a little bit of this, so not sticking the bum out too much, and then was just kind of getting these sort of feelings for how to turn correctly, basically. So it's a really common problem that most amateurs get wrong, and then they don't go through that sort of practice that you've done.
Yeah.
And you were starting to get a sense of right and wrong.
Yeah, absolutely, but I'm still going to have to practice it.
100%. So what we're going to do today is that, again, what we're trying to do today is work on this sort of sequence. So it's going to be lower body leads, which is a little bit of that sort of drill.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we're going to break it down into 2 stages, but we're going to make it more, almost more feedback, which basically means you don't have to maybe overthink it too much. So the first exercise, what you have to do, if you place this through your front 2 belt loops.
Oh, didn't think I had them then.
You do? Oh, that'd have been a
Really
disaster.
high up, though. Does it matter?
It's all right, go on. So what we're going to do, 2 stages today. Stage 1 is just the through swing. So basically the finish position.
Okay.
And all you've got to do is swing the golf club, maybe have a practice swing first, and that cane needs to hit that cane in the finish position.
Do I need to think about what we did yesterday?
No.
Or no? So
No,
if I get
because
it wrong?
no, because what we're trying to do in your journey, which people are relating to most, is putting it into context of somebody who's learning it for the first time.
Okay.
So people are really liking this. So what we've got to be careful of is that your journey isn't so much about the same drill that you just become good at doing the drill.
Okay.
It has to always be put into context. So basically, if you want like a bit of a sort of visual as to what we're doing, the golf swing is turning back, similar to what we did, down, and then exploding through. What you're going to think about now is just the through bit.
Okay. Well, I've still got to take it back.
Well, yeah, you're right there. So, so if you, I'm just trying to make sure you're okay. I think you might need to take a step further back. So if you put your ankles by my foot, good. And then you can move probably about, well, I want this cane equally in between your feet, so you probably need, that's it. Yeah.
That's all you have to say.
So do you want to swing back without a ball?
Oh, without a ball. Okay. And I'm not going to
Just do your posture.
Oh, yeah.
Good. Just watch that yellow thing, I know it's close.
What yellow thing?
The orange thing, I mean.
Okay, no, that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And then all the way through, slowly. You can do it slowly.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Nice.
God,
Yeah.
you really have to turn your hips more then. Oh, I like
No,
that. Oh,
Yeah.
what did I take over it?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's cheating. What do you need? What we're trying to do is get this feeling of hitting the cane, but so the way I can't. If you go that way, yeah.
I know.
So this is kind of what I'm saying. So yesterday's video was very much this and this, yeah. And now today is just less about all of that, but you've got to hit.
And do people automatically go up? Is that quite common?
This is a massive. This is why the channel's
okay.
become popular. Basically, is for little tippets on hip rotation. Yeah. Yeah.
No.
Miss.
I knew it. I knew what I did then.
Good.
It is different. It is because it's like you got to go like that. God, I'm better with the club doing that movement.
You don't think too much about the backswing at the moment.
Okay.
Easy, yeah.
Well, it's okay. Yeah.
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 I'm actually forgetting about it when I do that.
It's really good. Have a little chill for a sec.
Okay.
So the evolvement of this is that basically once you can hit it, which you feel like you're achieving most of the time.
Yeah. I'm literally, I've only just done this.
Exactly. So I think you've done brilliantly. But I think I put all these drills out. I think that people that have watched the channel are going to really relate to what you're doing, and I'm hoping that they'll do the drills because I don't think they have done previously. If it goes a bit limp, just leave it. So, but now hit it. So you hit, this has to hit, you're almost feeling like this is your massive consciousness now, because basically when we hit the ball, you want to almost feel as though if you were hitting towards the house, that the upper part of your leg and your hips are basically as open. Yeah, so you kind of swing back, and then basically, as long as it hasn't become tilted, just find it, and really rotate. And what this is teaching you, like we said, is to go more down and open up. Try to as much as you can.
I feel like I've literally started this
Yeah.
as soon as we brought the camera out, but I think at the moment what I'm getting more confident with it. I've only done it how many times? About 10 times?
Yeah.
But I think I just need to have that confidence, because I'll stop it up here, I'm not letting it swing through.
I think that the other thing that I think people will relate a lot to, hopefully, as you will, is that there's so many things you could think about in the golf swing. Like so many, and I think that a lot of them happen as a byproduct of one movement. So I genuinely think if you can get the rotational movement, which is what we're doing, a lot of other things will happen as an effect of that. Yeah, exactly. So, and you need to balance it. So there's no doubt that you're going to have to go back to some of these sort of drills to improve what you are doing. Yeah. But you also need to learn that if you're going to play, so if we weren't in lockdown, you'd be out there. So you can't play golf, like this, can you? How can you play? So you have to have an ability to switch between athleticism and speed, because you need distance, but then an element of precision. And again, I keep saying this, but for the online stuff, that's what I do. Like one day they'll do what you did yesterday, and I'll be like, okay, let's test it out. Can you show me some full swings, some stepping in drills? And the whole point for these guys that watch it is so that they understand how to practice.
So obviously that's only for people that do need that correcting.
Most, 99%. That's the fascinating thing when it comes to hip rotation. It's like a failure on 99% of people.
Well, I can see why people don't get frustrated.
Yeah.
But this is definitely, I feel today, coming out here completely different.
Yeah.
Even though it might not look completely different, I really do feel like.
But I think it's another fantastic step forward. So I think that you've achieved the drill, or you're achieving the drill. And let's do a couple more. And then we'll see if it ends up looking any different. Yeah.
It's getting there.
So now just make a conscious effort to really make sure that's moving first. That.
It was good.
No, it was really, really good. I'm definitely getting into it. I can feel it, because my concentration, I'm just like wanting to achieve. But no, I thought the drills were really, really good. I'm going to practice those, definitely.
Good. So I think that's the thing really that people need to get, is that, and that they're going to be getting from your journey, is that there's under no illusion that you're going to go from one thing to the final product. And what you've got to be careful of, which we will chat about, I think, is how easy it is to become distracted. Do you know what I mean? So, like we were saying, you've kind of got to work on the cane, but as soon as we came to hit some shots, it's very easy then to start worrying about that and other things.
Yeah, I just wanted to hit the ball.
Exactly. And that's the thing that I see all of the time. And that's what I'm keep trying to say. And that's why I think this will actually work out really well for us and for everyone watching, because it's going to be much more about the process of learning.
Yeah. 100%.
So we jumped into the net, we hit some shots, you started pulling the arms down instead of moving the lower body.
Yeah.
But the lower body was the thing that we were trying to do, and that is exactly what I'm hoping everybody will relate to. Yeah. So what I would have said on the channel in the past is, if you would have let's say you went to the driving range and it's a disaster, do something else. Do you know what I mean? Just chip or walk away, because if you start getting frustrated and stuff and you're not concentrating, then what you should do is go back to the drills that you can achieve, basically. So we're trying to learn how to turn in posture still, but also today we try to introduce an element of athleticism in towards it. And yes, when we kind of really focused on it, you were able to demonstrate some really good movements in the transition, which is really encouraging. So what we're going to do in the next session is understand how the club should basically be moving to help you eventually hit the ball straight. So practice those drills that we did.
And just making sure my hips stay low rather than going,
Exactly.
Because I can feel myself doing it, and I think I was definitely concentrating on getting the club up there.
What's going to be really interesting is that in the next video, we're going to go, and these guys will be familiar with it as well, we're going to go to the laser pens. Okay. And the laser pens will teach you how to swing the club. Okay. And if you go up, you're going to struggle to swing on the line, basically.
Yeah, of course.
So hopefully you enjoy the video. Always appreciate a thumbs up and a like. Remember, it's absolutely free to press that subscribe button if you're going to do so. Press the little bell icon. More drills, more exercises.
Yeah,
Catch up with
keep
you guys
going.
again soon.